The second service by Orlando Gibbons is in the tradition of music in verse form, which is a peculiarly English style of music that owes its existence to the Reformation. Indeed, it is arguably one of the English Reformation's finest and most successful artistic creations. None of the source material for Gibbons' second service significantly predates his death in 1625, but it is almost certainly a Jacobean composition. Gibbons served as a gentleman of the Chapel Royal during the reign of King James I, and in the final 2 years of his life he was organist of Westminster Abbey. The verse anthem grew in popularity in the later years of the 16th century and rapidly in the early years of the 17th century. Its key feature is a dialogue between soloists in the verse sections of the music and a chorus formed by the choir. It was also likely to be accompanied by an independent organ part, or in some cases by viols. Gibbons was a significant composer in the development of verse settings, alongside composers such as Byrd, Morley, Weelkes and Tomkins. This new style of composition grew out of the religious changes of the Reformation, and in particular from the demand for music in the English language. To explore the music in its context, we need to make a leap of the imagination which is difficult for us today. What did it feel like for singers in the Reformed Church to have, for the first time, ownership of the text that they were singing, to hear it, to understand it, and express it in their own language, rather than at a remove in Latin? We are so used to singing the words of devotional music in English that we have lost touch with the sheer power of that connection, which transformed sacred music in the wake of the Reformation, and forced it to engage with the shapes and rhythms of spoken English in a way which was completely new. This music is all about the words. This was a golden age of English literature, a time of unprecedented richness in writing, a profusion of authors and playwrights, and growth in the language itself. The verse style communicates on a personal level that sets it apart from the old motet style of the full anthem. It does this through the simple device of alternating verses for solo voice with sections of full chorus. The listener is transported into an ambience that is almost theatrical, where solo singers declaim and persuade as if upon a stage. This is interspersed with communal comment from a chorus with which the vocalist can identify, all in continuous dialogue. To sing this music means to speak it. In Gibbons' second service, it is striking how the composer takes the liturgical texts of the Magnificat and Nunc Dimittis and sets them as dramatic journeys. He weaves musical ideas around the rhythm of the words, building phrase shapes around the emotional contour of textual ideas. Some examples of this are his jagged polyphonic treatment of the words, "He has scattered the proud," and the declamatory interjections of, "and the rich he has sent empty away." In the Nunc Dimittis, the beautiful arc-shaped phrase built from the shape of the words, "before the face of all people," is woven into a tapestry of vocal polyphony, the voices combining together to express the hopeful emotions of Simeon's voice. There are many more examples which you will hear in our performance, where the rhythms, melodies, and the shape of the music are generated from the power of expressing English words. We are grateful to our organ scholar Matilda, and to the choir, and especially to all the soloists, our teenage choral scholars. They have sought to engage with this music and bring it to life via the text by virtual means. We hope you enjoy our performance. All of us look forward to the day when we can sing this and other wonderful music together once again, in person.